Hello, hello, hello. We are coming online. I think we are. Yep, there we go. Looks like we're online everywhere now. So let's jump right in. Let's not waste any time. Um, okay, we are. Let's go check out the store. Always like to go there first. I think we picked up gold yesterday. I know my memory is awful. Oh, speaking of memory, I remembered a dream this morning. Um, isn't that sometimes like weird when you don't remember dreams and then all of a sudden you do? So I don't remember a lot about the dream I had last night, but I excuse me. I do remember. Um, I don't know if it was you call it a test drive or borrowing a car, but I remember driving um, two different vehicles, old vehicles, and they both um, they both had problems with brakes. It was kind of scary, and so it was like this cross between a um, like it wasn't. I wouldn't say I'd call it nightmare scary, but I would say it was kind of in the realm of like um, I don't know, still dramatic, like in the dream. So I remember in my dream I was driving a. Gotta get woken up here. A computer. I don't know. The computer's been taking a little longer to wake up this morning. It'll get there. So anyway, I remember driving a old blue Mustang, and I was like super stoked. I've never owned a Mustang, never driven one much, and got out on the highway. It was an old car, and the brakes weren't doing good. It's like, oh, gotta turn this around. Anyway, it was kind of funny. And there was also a Jeep in the dream, and pretty much had the same problem. Okay, blue and red. Oh, we started working on angel tokens yesterday. Let's let's work on that a little bit more. This should be fun. Um, so we play tested a lot yesterday morning and had a really good game there towards the end. The biggest thing was I hadn't added anything in from a defensive perspective, like no removal, no real interaction. I initially did have, is it Angelic Ascension? Is that the name of it? The uh, the one that exiles a creature and leaves behind a 4/4 angel. But I left that in, or I put it in, thinking I would use it on myself more often than my opponent. Um, is this? Oh, red and red. Oh, I hate to have to mulligan this because Starfield Mystic in the early game with Vanishing Light early, that's a good, but I can't keep it without the land to play it. I've got to mulligan that. Okay, this isn't as good, but we'll keep it. Um, anyway, what was I saying? So, yeah, I didn't have good interaction, and so I did add Banishing Light just to try to help balance that out. And then today we'll see if we need more interaction, removal, and such. Because I don't know. We just really worked on kind of the offensive things, the things that are going to go on the board creature wise. Because I mean, I don't build decks that are light on the creature side. I mean, that's just not how I build. So I needed to kind of feel that part out first, and so that's what we tested yesterday. And then now we just kind of had to find the balance. But it's Jeskai, so blue, white, and red, but we are very heavy on the white. Okay, so I know we just took 4 damage, and if we leave this, we're going to take even more. But I'm almost thinking give it another turn before we exile it and take whatever gets put on it next. Because I actually think by taking more from this mutated creature, we might actually have, I don't know, it might be better. Okay, do I have, let's go here. Yes, I know, I'm taking a little bit longer than I should. But now we're coming at you. There, take that. Now it's your go. Yeah, so I kind of want, because our opponent wants to like stack these mutates, and so I want him to get kind of started, and now I want to take that away. And now they kind of have to start over, stacking. Which is interesting because we're essentially doing the same thing right now by stacking auras. Which, I don't know, the game plan isn't always to stack. Ooh, nice. That was the perfect card there. Okay, so I think what we're gonna do is just hold and see if we can't get our opponent to swing in. And I don't know. Oh, it's gonna mutate. Okay, that's fine. Oh, only swung in with one. So do we use the settle here? I think we almost have to. It feels really, really early, but oh, it's a Scoot Swarm, so it's making copies. Yikes. I don't know if we can keep up with that. Now that... Ooh. Alright, our best chance at keeping up. But see, I don't have my bishop out to... I don't have the combo pieces for that yet. Oh, I'm really, really stuck. Yeah, and I didn't bring any kind of board wipe or anything. Yeah, I can't keep up with that. I just don't have the right pieces. That's going to get out of hand. The only thing I could do to change that is maybe bring in another board wipe in the deck, which might not be such a bad idea. Sure, I guess I enjoyed that. But mutating onto Scoot Swarm, wow. I think that's the part about mutate I keep forgetting, is that if you copy it, it copies everything that's on it. It's kind of odd, because you get used to it functioning more like an aura, and then you're like, oh wait, it's not an aura. Like, it really changes the creature. Shark Week. I love that name. Nice. Very nice. Okay, so we can go... Yeah, let's try this. This looks good. Hopefully we can stick a bishop interesting. So we're going to see Orzhov probably. I don't know. Seeing the Fountain of Renewal, I'm thinking this is probably going to be Veto combo. Probably Pride Mates and what's the other? The Flying Vampire. Aerialist? Something Aerialist? I don't know. Okay, so far it looks more mono black. Is that a and Cabal Stronghold makes sense for mono black actually. So maybe it's not Orzhov. Yeah, we don't need to. Okay, if you're gonna destroy it, just do it. No? Alright. Now are you gonna destroy it? No? Okay, good. We get the card draw. Nice. Yeah. I don't. I'm gonna save those for now. I don't really have a big reason other than I don't think this is gonna last long. Yeah, I didn't. Yeah. So this is where I have noticed some issues with the deck, is I sometimes it feels like I don't have enough creatures in the deck to balance out, but I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It is interesting that our opponent pretty much hasn't done anything other than play removal. Like, is there more of a game plan here than that? I don't know. I'm never a fan of it. So, I mean, removal is a part of the game. Really, it's hard to imagine any deck with like zero removal. So it's a part of the game. Like, you need it. You have to have it. But it really is frustrating when that's all a deck plays. It's like, really? You don't have anything else to do there? I don't know. Okay, well, luckily we have card advantage at the moment. Unfortunately, we don't have the land advantage. That would be nice. Oh, there's a creature on the board. Look at that. And I'm still one land short. Which means... Am I going to have to play Settle the Wreckage for one creature? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I want to keep it around. Could I regret it later? Maybe. Maybe I could have handled taking the damage. But, oh well. Wow. All these cards and I can't draw another land? I've got 24 land in the deck. That shouldn't be that bad. Okay, we're finally seeing some creatures on our opponent's side. Here we go. Okay. So we'll end up taking 6 damage since we didn't go Banishing Light, but by going with the Sigil first, then Banishing Light, we get the trigger. So I think it's worth taking the damage in that regard. Okay, it does hurt a little bit. I mean, 27 to 14, but I think we're okay still. Because we're going to create an angel when we take this away, and then we're going to play one of these on our angel, creating another angel. Actually, yeah. And then we can put one on another angel, creating another angel. Tell me that wasn't fun. Now, Ritual of Soot, again, takes us out for sure. So we are vulnerable. But the cool part about that is the Eldest Reborn can't take it. Oh, wow. 2 of them in 1 turn. I used to play that card a lot. I don't play it anymore. I don't know. Okay. So that might seem like a strange play, but when I start playing these, I'd like the idea of getting them back. Discard, we can go there. And I'm actually going to go there for the second one. Again, I just dropped a lot of value, but it's amazing now how much value I can get out of these, and they can come back to my hand with Tiana. So I think that game plan is going to work. Now the downside is I put that in my graveyard so the Eldest Reborn can take it. Oh, but our opponent sees the value. Okay, that was good. Now, to be honest, I don't feel like that was a particularly strong mono black deck that we beat. It felt rather basic. No offense to our opponent, but it's hard to truly gauge the strength of our deck there. I don't know that we were, in a particularly tough battle there. Although I am still thinking about that first game and debating on whether or not I really need to consider a board wipe besides Settle the Wreckage. And I currently only have 1 copy of Settle the Wreckage. Okay. Ooh, I like this. So we could go Hallowed Fountain tapped turn 1 to a Plains turn 2 Bishop turn 3 Staggering Insight and swing. Now we just have to see what we're up against. What's this pet doing over here? Well, at least this one reacts when you click on it. I played somebody the other day, one didn't do anything. Now there was a thing, I haven't read that article in a long time, but there was an article that I read when, I guess, the pets first came out. You could, I guess, click on them and they would, I guess some people were like spamming, like just click, 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 click. And it would like mess with the game. And I don't know if it was creating a draw or creating a loss on the opponent's side or what it was doing, but like they had to go in and fix it, whatever it was. Okay, I don't understand. Is there going to be a timer coming up soon? It's not my turn? Oh, now it's my turn. That was so weird. Maybe, I don't know if that was my computer. Was that the game? I don't know. We were just stuck there for a little while. Let's see. Wow. 3. Well, the upside is they're not legendary, so I'll just keep throwing them down. Resolve. Oh, did I click on that? No, I don't want that. Go away. Yes, remove stop. That was weird. Okay. Indestructible. I wonder if this is another Fall of Thran player. I saw that the other day for the first time. Didn't realize that was actually going to be a thing in this meta. It was kind of weird because I appreciated it and I hated it at the same time. I was like, who does that? It was horrible. Well, I don't know, maybe not. Oh, we're going for 9 lives. Okay. Well, there's all four of those. So I need to try to get to um, a banishing light soon to try to keep that off the field so we can deal with 9 lives. Oh, that's interesting. That was kind of slick. Targeting their indestructible land. Okay, I'm guessing we're going to see a board wipe soon. Okay, there's Banishing Light. So let's go ahead and use that in case 9 lives comes out. The only thing I'm sure about is 9 lives. Oh, this is odd. I just don't know what I'm playing against right now. I guess there's no point in attacking. We'll lose Curious Obsession, but that's okay. Lurrus. Okay. I just don't really... I don't know what I'm looking at. This is such an odd deck at the moment. Okay, so I need enchantments to trigger this. What's the best way to go here? I only have 1 enchantment in hand right now. Alright, let's do this. Let's go with a second. So I guess that is not 1 and just 2 enchantments, but I have another one of those, and we can go... You know what, let's wait. Let's wait on that. I'm not sure. Oh, so it doesn't put a... I see what they're doing. It's not 9 lives. They're using solemnity. Oh, I hate that word. They're using that stupid card to keep from putting flying counters on so they can keep bringing stuff back with Mothra. I get it now. I get it. That's cool. I like that. That's something I would steal. Oh, is this going to create an infinite combo? No way. Oh. Okay. How do we get out of this? Okay, each opponent discards a card, then each opponent who didn't discard a card, didn't discard a non-land card this way, loses 3 life. Wow. That's cool. It took forever to set up, and maybe that's why it's not especially viable. And maybe, well, that, and there's so much, there's so much control decks and people playing heavy removal, and I don't play heavy removal, that I can see why it's not viable, because you just take out the Mothra or the enchantment enough times that you don't have that on the board. You've got to have all 3 pieces on the board. But that was cool. I haven't seen that before. Really, really, really neat. Okay. I like this hand. I don't have my blue land yet, but I still like the hand. I like having Starfield Mystic early and having enchantments I can play early, having early removal. Lots of good stuff here. And I don't think it'll take us long to get our blue land. And so everything here is really going to be potentially on curve. Well, I mean not turn one, but after that, like I think it's gonna flow really well. Gambit NS, interesting. Is that a nod to the X-Men's Gambit? I don't know if you're Marvel fans, but I keep seeing a lot of chatter about who's coming to the MCU. Although I gotta say, it's a little frustrating hearing all the chatter and still waiting on actual content. WandaVision, watched the first 2 episodes last week. It was great, but it didn't introduce anything new, which is fine. I mean, it didn't have to. I'm just saying it didn't introduce anything new, and I keep seeing all this chatter about new things coming, and I'm like, well, out of what we have coming, we have Black Widow, which we don't know if anything new will be introduced there. I mean, I think the biggest thing is I think what they're going to do is set up Romanoff's sister to carry on as Black Widow. Although I also just saw that Scarlett Johansson may be coming back. And I'm like, well, how does that even make sense? And I'm not even sure if I want it to make sense. Because I think the only way it does make sense is in the multiverse thing, which I'm like, are we going to push that into some realm where it's too confusing and hard to keep up with? And is that going to ruin the MCU? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. But we talk a lot about this. I have a podcast you can go check out on Spotify. It's called Real for Real Podcast. Or actually, no, Real for Real Podcast on Instagram. If you look up on Spotify, it's just Real for Real. Look under podcasts. But if you look it up on Instagram, you actually have to add the word podcast at the end. I know, it's weird. But anyway, REALFORREEL. So, yes, play on words. But we're actually going through all the MCU movies there. And it's a blast because my co-host is also my sister-in-law, and she's going through it for the first time. She's never gone through all the MCU movies before. And what have we got? 3 episodes out now, so we started off doing like 2 at a time just to kind of get an early jump, and then we're slowing down to 1 at a time. I think our latest episode that we released was last week, and it was Captain America and Thor, the first ones, and so we're almost to Avengers, the first ensemble movie, which we're really stoked about. So, yeah, if you go to my Instagram at RevBandaid, I've got posts about it. You can just kind of go to my profile and find it. Probably have a link there. Okay, so if we can ever find our blue land, the idea here is Kikar, whatever, will create angels instead of spirits. But anyway, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, that hurt. But we got some value out of it, and that was the cool thing about having a aura with escape. So it could have hurt much worse. But yeah. And there's our blue mana. Although now we don't have divine visitation, but that's okay, because we still get value. Let's see. Let's go here and we'll swing with our 6/6. I haven't actually utilized the mana ability here yet. When I was building the deck, that was part of my trouble, was figuring out how do I incorporate enough red to make that viable. And then finally I was just like, you know what, it'll just have to be functional as like colorless the same way. Because I didn't want to force red. And so I was like, okay, well, it still has some value. Anyway, oh yeah, I was thinking about Marvel. So Black Widow's coming. I think they're just going to set up her sister as the next Black Widow. What else is coming? The Eternals, which I'm really looking forward to that, because that's, I think, the one movie that's coming sooner than later, because there are some coming later, but that's the one that's coming sooner than later that will give us a lot of changes. Like, we have no idea what's coming, what that's going to set up. I think it's going to set up potentially so much. Let's go. Yeah, let's just try this. And since we don't really have anything that, yeah, we don't have any reason to keep cards in our graveyard here. We're not recurring anything, so that's an easy call. But anyway, Black Widow and the Eternals were both scheduled to come out 2020 and got pushed to 2021. And then there's the two that were scheduled to come out in 2021. Originally, they're still scheduled. Which now I got to remember which ones those were. I'm a little behind. What was it? I don't know. You guys might have to help me remember. All right. Ooh, didn't see that coming. Okay, there's nothing I can do or need to do about it, though. We're just going to lose a lot of stuff. Okay, yeah, we'll take action. Let's go get some land. Okay, we keep those. That's fine. So we still have a decent board presence. We just losing Curious Obsession and the Starfield Mystic was probably the worst thing about that. Yeah, I don't know what our opponent was doing there. Never seemed like they got off the ground. Alright, let me look at something here. See if I can take a look at the stream, make sure I don't see that white wheel spinning, that the lag wheel. It looks like the internet's doing really good. Well, really good for my internet anyway. Let's see, 1988. I would have been 6 years old. I wonder what's significant about 1988 there. Let's see. This is not great, but good. It gives me something to start with. Let's keep it. All right. Oh, Thoughtseize? Who is this? Why are you playing Who plays Thoughtseize? Yes, I know it's a good card, but I don't know, I'm always thinking about, like, the mentality, I guess. Like, who wants to look at their opponent's hand? Because, you know, in most games, that's considered cheating. Obviously, it's not cheating here. I'm not saying that. But does it not feel that way? At least to some degree? I don't know. kind of feels wrong. Well, they're not doing anything else though. 2 Thoughtseize, 1... Is this going to be heavy control? I don't know. The one thing I've noticed about players that run a lot of discard is they tend to fizzle out. Okay, so Phyrexian Obliterator is a big threat, but oh, that hurt more than anything. Banishing Light takes care of it. I just have to draw one. I don't draw one. See, usually I'm hurting for land, and now I'm flooded. Interesting. Okay, well this isn't going to do me much good, but I'll play it. You know what, let's just play everything. No, we don't have to worry about Thoughtseize. Nothing in hand. Take that. Good coffee. Oh, really? Wow. Oh yeah, that's ball game. Well, I don't know what I think about that. I mean, I guess it wasn't a bad strategy. I wasn't particularly impressed. Could we have gotten off to a better start ourselves? Maybe. I think, I don't know. Maybe it was just a bad matchup. I don't know. I'm still stuck on this deck trying to figure it out. I think I might actually go ahead and add the Angelic Ascension. No, I don't want to, because I really feel like it's most beneficial on your own creatures. I don't like the idea of giving my opponent a 4/4 Angel. Okay, this is a weird hand to keep. I have some land to cast some things. I mean, I got all 3 colors there, so that's helpful. I do have a Banishing Light if I can get to turn 3, but then I'm kind of stuck until turn 5, depending on what I draw. And my draws have not been great. So this is going to be one of those experimental hands. I shouldn't keep it, but I'm going to, because we're just playing for fun this morning. I'm not making any progress on the ladder. We're just testing and enjoying ourselves here. Trying to make a bunch of angel tokens. Oh, that's a bad draw. And that's what I was saying. I've had some bad draws. I probably shouldn't have kept it. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. What is this, poker? I got I had a full house, and now I've got yeah, I don't know. I could go full house either way. That's just ridiculous. I got a good poker hand, I guess. And now I'm going to get smoked by elves, because I've got nothing. Which, this is where I need a board wipe. And maybe that's what I need to do, because and when my opponent gets off to a fast, wide board, and I am moving slower like this, then I do think a board wipe would come in handy. Although, I'm not going to get the land to play one anyway, so maybe it doesn't matter. What was that? All creatures able to block Prized Unicorn do so? That's a weird card to have in an elf deck. That is so weird. Okay, I got nothing. This was just I should have mulliganed, and then we didn't get lucky. We got really unlucky after that. Should have gone with a mulligan. I was really just trying to see if we could get some good draws and have a really cool run there. It would have taken some really good draws, though. I don't know, but see, it does beg the question. Let's say we had good draws. Let's say we had good land. That still was such a wide board. I still think maybe a board wipe would have been good there. So maybe I need to still think about how to fit one in. I don't know what I would cut. I don't know. Because I don't like the idea of cutting my card draw. So Curious Obsession and the other one, whatever its name is, I don't remember. I don't really want to cut those. I could cut Sentinel Eyes, but it's invaluable. It makes no sense to cut Banishing Light, I don't think. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to convince me that that'd be a good cut. Oddly enough, I think Kikar, I hate this stupid name, makes sense to cut, even though that's really where the whole inspiration of the deck started. But that's not the first time I've had that happen, where I start a deck off, I have a card that I build around, and that card ends up being the one cut. But I almost feel like, and I know this is weird, I almost feel like it's like Commander, where like I can't cut it because it's my color identity. Like that's where it all starts. Oh, let's not go there. Let's go there. Okay. So, obviously vampires. I do find it interesting that there wasn't as much value when Sorin hit the field. Usually a player likes to drop Sorin and then right behind it -3 and drop a big vampire on turn 3. That didn't happen. Okay, I think we'll play this tapped because we need to take care of Sorin first. Okay. Now, as long as they don't come back with another one, we can start to figure out how to deal with the board. Which, again, maybe a board wipe makes sense here. Because it does take us a while to... We can go wide as well with our angel army, right? But it takes us a little while to get there. And because of that, I think it does make sense to maybe go with a board wipe. Alright, so here and here... No, not that one. Let's go here. Okay, so this gives us a little bit more board presence to maybe try to block, and then we still need to get rid of Sorin. So if I have enough time to go wide, then we can change the game. I don't know if we have enough time in this particular game, but that's where I'm thinking a board wipe would give us the time we need. But then the downside to that is if we board wipe and our opponent can still build faster than we can, although the upside there is it's all about timing, because I can wipe the creatures and still leave my big enchantments on the board that really help me rebuild. So okay, luckily this doesn't have trample and I can chump block it right now, which buys me some time. And I don't really care about the life gain. Our opponent can gain all the life they want right now, because once we do figure out how to turn this thing around, then it doesn't matter. Okay, luckily our opponent doesn't have flying yet, so that's going to get in. So we're just going to go heavy here, and that'll give us life gain, card draw. We already have 3 chump blockers. This might be what we need. And 2 land. Yeah, no, I'm not sacrificing those just to draw a card. Okay. So this feels pretty good. So now this is where we don't want to see a board wipe, because I think we've turned the corner. We got to get better draws. I can't keep drawing land, but okay. Let me think here. Let's go here, because this can't pump this turn. It doesn't have the 3 land. So that's gonna die. We can kill that as well. And then just chump block this, and the 2 damage from the other one's not a big deal. So we can kill a creature there, that's not bad. And we gained 6 life. Oh, really? Okay, well let's attack, and then maybe I'll get something out of the 2 draws. Yeah, our opponent not having flying, I think, is really what's going to turn the game around for us more than anything at the moment. Oh, I like that. Now if they do manage to kill Kikar, then we get all those back in hand, those auras. I'm not sure how we lose right now. Champion of Dusk is good for our opponent's card draw, but doesn't scare us on the board. Like, we still have the advantage because we're in the air. We definitely have the land advantage. Okay. We only have to take out we only need 1 damage to take out Sorin. So the rest can go here. And now we just need to draw an enchantment or 2. Oh yeah, this was about to get ugly. Okay, so we did manage to hold on without a board wipe that time, but it really, I feel like, was dependent on the fact that our opponent didn't have anything in the air and kind of, I don't know if ran out or just didn't have removal on their side. let's just take a look. Let's see if we can look at it and think about. I think even if I do go board wipe, I don't know how many I would put in. Okay, let's go here. Well, let's just go. Okay, I was thinking about Shatter the Sky. Destroy all creatures with toughness 4 or greater. I don't know if that one is as valuable right now. And again, where would I go? I could go down one of those, which doesn't make a big difference. That just gets us actually to 60. I might could go down one of the early enchantments because it does tend to, we do tend to struggle to get out enough creatures early. Because I really only have the Mystic and the Bishop as early creatures. So what if we go down? Oh, I feel like this is going to be so inefficient doing it that way, but that gives me... Chooses any number of creatures they control with total power 4 or less and sacrifices all other creatures. So let's think. If our opponent has a wide board of small creatures, they could still keep small ones. But that's not a huge threat. But what about us? What does that leave us? Well, I think in a lot of cases that might not be that bad. I've never played that one. Let's try it. And we may hate it and get rid of it. I don't know. I think I'll try it. Create 2 4/4 angel tokens with flying. Non-angel creatures you control gain indestructible until the end of turn. Enters the battlefield. Huh. Well, I might as well put that in because it either has a big payoff or it's a land. So it's not even hurting our card count that much. Yeah, that doesn't work here. That one doesn't work here. Cleansing Nova is one of my go-to board wipes, mainly because I have it. Like, if I had the wild cards, Wrath of God is always the go-to board wipe. But I don't have the, well, I mean, I have some, but I'm saving them for Kaldheim. There is Time Wipe. Do I like Time Wipe better than Slaughter the Strong? Slaughter the Strong is cheap, which I think makes more sense here possibly. Possibly, I don't know. It's a weird one. I like Time Wipe. Let's try this. That's not a lot of board wipes, but I don't know that we need a lot. Because it's not even every game where they would even be a good play. I think there's just been some games where, because we do need to kind of set things up, I guess that's the thing, this is not an aggro deck. It really wins by setting up a big board of flyers. Alright, it's an Odd Keeper, but it's got land. And it's got a card I can play. I don't have a creature yet, but I also have one of these strange board wipes that May not help. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, Speaker of Heaven. So mono white probably. I was just sitting here thinking, I see white, I see Teferi. I'm sitting here thinking, did I mess up by adding more board wipes? Is the matchmaker algorithm going to start putting me against control decks more now? Because our last several games have been creature-based decks. We played elves, we played vampires. I forget what all we played now, but they were really all creature-based decks. Which it looks like this one will be too. So this wouldn't work here. This wouldn't do anything. So that is interesting. But at the same time, I can survive right now with these on the field. So I guess I still kind of see the value. Well, I can survive if I get something down eventually. Okay. Yeah, let's go here. That way when it untaps next turn, it can be an attacker. So this will be beneficial if these somehow grow. But at the moment, none of them would die. Oh, that's interesting. Well, now I'm thinking maybe I needed that cleansing nova. Jeez. Alright, let's try this. This is weird. Oh, that was strange. I would have kept a Speaker of Heavens, unless there was one in hand. Oh, gonna try and pull one out. So, collected company with basically a white weenie deck. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Oh, this should have been red. Well, but there was no way to know. Okay, what? I guess we'll take the flyer for now. I think I should have taken the Pride Mate though, because it's going to get too big. But at least if this gets destroyed, they don't get the flyer back. So, there's that. Wow, I need another board wipe or this doesn't work either. The other question is the board wipe taking up space in the deck for cards that would actually build a board? I don't know, because I still don't have what I need to really get this going anyway. Well, that was interesting and it didn't work. Nothing really worked there. I mean, that was a fast aggro deck, which, thinking about it, I think that's where we have struggled the most. So like that Elves deck was too fast. Some of the other ones that have been fast, which we thought maybe the board wipe would turn that around, but maybe we just picked the wrong one. I don't know, that was weird. Dagmar Solo? I don't know, that's cool. Kind of. Alright, is this... see, I don't have blue. Oh well, let's keep it anyway. Maybe I can draw some blue land. Shouldn't be that hard. Maybe it is. Okay, I liked having Starfield Mystic. We'll go white there, I guess. Is this gonna be, is it? And we're gonna see a lot of things like shock here. Something like shock, Shivan Fire, okay. So that means I can't play I can't play either of my big enchantments on turn 4, which would have been great. And now I'm stuck on land. Oh. Well, this is annoying. And something tells me there's a handful of counterspells. Let's see. Counterspell? No? It was odd. Okay. I guess because there's maybe a lava coil waiting for us. Oh, Terror of the Peaks. Okay. Well, is there a negate? Quench, close enough. Okay, so that was the plan. Save your counterspell to keep Terror of the Peaks on the field. Alright. Makes sense. And now use all of your direct damage to get rid of that. Okay. Alright. And still no blue and no... Oh, why do I get stuck like this? I mean, that's the worst part. Like, it's... when you just can't do anything. Alright, now let's see. Now we're probably going to go into a counterspell here. But we have to find out. Okay. Which means this turn we're going down to at least 5. Okay. Down to 3. And I can't pay the 2 life. Can I? Because what I'm looking at, if I did pay the 2 life, I could get 2... I'm going to try it. Because so far, all of the removal that I've seen has been for... Oh, but I don't... Counter, yeah. Stupid counter spells. People who play counter spells are as bad as people who play Thoughtseize. Yeah, I don't know what to do there. Okay. I was wanting to... turn my volume down and see if I can look at my stream real fast. Just to make sure that it looks decent. Because I haven't done that yet. I'm only an hour in. After an hour, I think I'll look at my stream. Let's see. Maybe. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Why does it look... I can't tell if it's... Okay, I think it's working. It's being really weird. How far behind is it? I don't know, it's really weird. Looks like it's really far behind. Oh well, we'll figure it out. Okay. Maybe because I'm streaming and recording at the same time, which I haven't done in a while. Let's see. I still don't know what's going on here. It's like I added the board wipes and everything got worse all of a sudden. And part of it feels like it's in the mana base still. (13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20). We're still at 24. These are still... That's the other thing. These are still so expensive. Maybe I need to consider something else. Is there anything else like Starfield Mystic? Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I don't need my auras to cost less. Less. All of my auras are cheap enough. Spells you cast cost 1 less. I mean, that's not bad, and it is an enchantment. But it also doesn't speed things up that much, because let's say I get that out on turn 3. I guess that could still give me a turn or turn 4 Sigil or Divine Visitation. Okay, that's complicated. I don't want to go with anything complicated. This spell costs 1 less for each enchantment you control. No. I only want... Yeah, I just don't know if that's worth it. I don't know. It does give... It is an enchantment. So it does trigger when it comes out. And if I could stack it... I guess that's the other thing to consider. If I could stack them. And it's a common, so I don't mind using a wild card on one. Okay, do I try to stack them and then maybe move away from these board wipes? Let's try it. And I guess we kind of needed more creatures anyway. Ooh, the mana base in his hand's a little rough, but let's try it. All I need is one more land to get one of those out. Okay, and there it is. And that can go white. So actually, we've got white there, so I can go white there into a bishop on turn 2, an island into Naid on turn 3. So maybe this actually does help our curve out. Interesting. Does he get countered? No. As long as it's... Oh, as long as it's not your turn. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. That's dumb. Well, that's useless. I almost want to concede right now. Oh, of course, blue. Well, maybe we simply managed to throw off our opponent, and that is beneficial enough. Oh, I can't believe that. What a misread. I think I wanted it to say, as long as it's your turn, so bad that my brain just didn't read the card correctly, because then it wouldn't have said what I wanted it to say. So it's like, it says your turn. No. No, it doesn't. Oh, I can't believe that. Where are all the counter spells? I mean, I can't think of any any way in which that card helps, other than deception. Oh, I just can't believe that. That was bad. That was so bad. Okay, so maybe instead of... I do like the concept of that card, so maybe instead of looking for something that makes our enchantments cost less, maybe something that makes any of our spells cost less. Alright, so that obviously did not work, but let's go here. Cost less. Not dinosaurs. Oh, let's also go there. Okay, no. No. Aura, see, I don't need my auras to cost less. Suppose your opponent's cast costs one more. Costs one more. Nope, I need less. Okay, so nothing there. Without paying his... Okay, what is this? Create 3 Thopters. You may cast a spell with converted... Oh, 3 or less. Yeah, that's dumb. No. 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 No, I don't think that helps us at all. No. The spell costs X less, so X is your devotion to white? No. Not interested. Nope. No. Is anything actually going to do what we need it to do here? Looks like not. No, we're not doing knights. Cost 3 less to cast if there are 10 or more non-land permanents on the battlefield. Destroy all non-land permanents. No. Each creature spell you cast costs 1 less to cast if it has mutate. Not helpful. Oh, nothing looks helpful at all. Creature spells with flying. I mean, no, I have like what, 1 creature with flying that I'm going to cast from my hand. Everything else is going to be flying, but wizard. I think Kikar's a wizard, but still. 2 less, 1 less. This spell, 2 less for that spell. Spells you cast when converted mana cost 5 or greater cost 1 less to cast and can't be countered. Okay, so we finally found it, and I have 1 copy, and it costs 5 to get out. So that's kind of dumb. By the time I cast this for 5, I do like that they can't be countered. That's nice. I don't know. The other thing I guess I could consider is ramp, but is there any non-green ramp? Because we're not, excuse me, we're not in green, and I don't think it makes any sense to go to green. I don't know. A lot of things say this spell, but that's not helpful. Dragons, no. 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 No, don't need that. Creature spells you cast cost 1 less. That's not really helpful. I mean, it helps Kikar a little bit, I guess. And Tiana, but dinosaurs, dragons, this spell, goblins. Well, I really need to be in dinosaurs, dragons, or goblins if I want to things that cost less, I guess. Let's see. This spell, flying, which we're not doing. This spell, instants and sorceries, but that's not what we're doing either. Planeswalkers, oh my gosh, everything except what I need. Abilities you activate that aren't mana abilities cost 2 less to activate, but I don't think I do any activating. This spell. Nope. Nope. And you may cast it without paying its mana cost. No. No. Black creature spells you cast cost 1 less. No. No. Flying and mutate. Whenever a creature mutates, you may cast target non-creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. That's not helpful. Artifacts. Red creatures. Creatures you cast with a chosen type. Still not really a thing that we need. Blue creatures. white creatures. Each card cycled or discarded this turn. I've actually wanted to build a Hollow 1 deck. I heard they were really good back in its time, but I wasn't playing. Well, I had just started playing in that when this was a thing again. So I played back in the late 90s, but I started playing again when this was a thing, and yeah, I kind of missed it. Instants and sorceries, historic. Yeah, we're not really historic that we need to cast faster. It's those two. Green creatures. Spells you cast cost 1 less to cast, but it takes 6 to get it out. Colorless is not a... No, I don't care about colorless. Don't care about this spell. Don't care about this spell. Yep, that's not really helpful. Okay, so that didn't help. Okay, what else? Oh, I don't know. Oh, I need to give up anyway. It's time. Alright, I think I'm going to give up the stream. I'll keep trying to figure this out. This was... I don't know. I still feel like this is just a fun deck. I just got to figure out how to get it. Maybe I need some more early targeted removal. Because we got to get through the early game. Or even maybe Authority of Consuls. Making everything come in tapped is helpful too. But I really feel like that really only affects like hasty creatures. But I don't know. It's not bad, and also is another enchantment. And we gain life. Let's try it. But I'm also thinking about those early... Oh, what's the... Let's just try this. Yeah, Baffling End. I wasn't always a fan because of the... But... Do I really care if they get a dinosaur? I don't guess I do. Let's try that too. Okay, we'll try that later. I've gotta stop streaming and get ready for work. Okay. Thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you. Go like, subscribe, do all those things that I need you to do for support. Appreciate it. Catch you next time.